I have a great one for you all today. It is a $2,500 grant that is open and available to anyone that wants to apply. There's just a few key foundational steps that separates those that win grants versus those that don't. And so I'm going to walk you through those steps and share with you the important information you need to know about this grant so that you have the best chance of winning. If you're new to my channel, my name is Darcy. I talk about all things starting businesses, making money online, and building passive income. One of the best ways to fund your business so that you can launch it into the stratosphere is to win grant funding. And so if you're new to grants is debt-free money that you can use to grow your business. To break down debt-free even more, that means when you win a grant, you don't have to borrow money and pay it back later. When you win a grant, that money hits your business checking account and then you're free to spend it within your business. And I cannot say the same for all the eidl loans that small business owners took out in 2020. Now they're stressed out having to pay back that money. And so with grants, you don't have to worry about any of that nonsense. You just gotta know some insider information. But because you follow me and you've checked out my hundreds of grant videos, you know that I'm your connect to where grants are. And so business owners that win grants have done the 3 key steps that I'm going to mention. You have the option to do these steps or not, but if you want the best chance of winning, I would recommend you do these. And so the first step grant winners do is develop a winning mindset. They go into the grant application with the confidence that their business and them as a leader and CEO is worth investing in. And so you gotta go into the grant application knowing that you're the bomb.com and any organization would be lucky to invest in your business because they know it's going to change and help the world for the better. And so it's up to you to make sure your business has a positive and meaningful impact on others. And so when you trust and believe that you're awesome, you can then go into the grant application highlighting your skills, highlighting your successes so that the grant judges want to invest in you. The second step that grant winners do is form an LLC. And so while this step isn't required, it is highly recommended. Because if a judge were to see 2 businesses, one that had an LLC and then one that was operating as a sole proprietorship, they would say, hey, I want to lean more towards the LLC because they've shown that they're serious about their business. And so when business owners form legit businesses, it shows others that they're invested in their business and is a long-term success versus a business owner that's operating as a sole proprietorship. Because at any time, that sole prop could get sued and then lose everything. And so if you're ready to make your business legit, one of the easiest business entities to set up is an LLC, and it stands for a limited liability company. And so if you're new to forming an LLC, and you don't want to worry about all the paperwork, you can hire a business formation company to set it up for you. I personally use Them Business for my business formation, and I've left more information on them in the description below. And so having an LLC will make your grant application stand out among the others. And so although it's very important and helps you stand out from other grant applicants, for this specific $2,500 grant, it is not required that you have an LLC, as this grant is open and available to new businesses. The next step that grant winners do is open up a business checking account. And so a business checking account is the home for your business money. Grant judges are not going to send a business grant to a personal account. It's completely unprofessional. Secondly, if you mix your personal and business money in the same account, it's going to be very difficult to deduct legitimate business expenses. And if you're not able to deduct those expenses, then you're likely going to have to pay more in taxes. And I don't want to give Uncle Sam more money than that is rightfully his. And so it's important for us as business owners to stay organized and have our business set up correctly. And what's great is that it's never been easier to open up a business checking account, as online companies like Bluevine and Relay make it super easy. So if you want to learn more about these fintech companies, I personally use both. You can find links in the description. And so by completing these 3 steps, you're setting up a strong business foundation. And so the goal is not to just win this grant. You can win a $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 grant in addition to this one when you're set up for success. And so the organizations bringing you this $2,500 grant are iFund Woman and Honeycomb Credit. And so for years, both of these organizations have been advocating for small business owners to get the funding they need. And so both these companies coming together is a huge win for small business owners across the world. And so what's great about this grant is that it truly is open to any business owner that has a US presence. And so if you happen to be a business owner outside the US, you still can have a US presence. And so all businesses are able to apply to this grant, whether you run an online business or a physical business, whether you're product-based or service-based, you are able to apply to this grant. And what's even nicer is that the grant is broken down into 4 simple parts: basic information about you, business details, funding details, and your marketing strategy. After looking through the application, it should take about 30 minutes to 1 hour to complete. And I would personally say, if you're in need of funding, to set aside time to apply to grants on a weekly basis. And so you have until June 27th, about 2 weeks from now, to submit your application. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions at all in the comments below, and make sure to check out this video right here for the best bank account for you.